What is up, Gamer Army? Welcome back to Psycho Gamer. I am your host, Aubrey, as always. And today we are going to be looking at another one of these Arcade1up Legacy cabinets. Now, this cabinet is one that I haven't seen before being released by Arcade1up. But yes, it's another Pac-Man cabinet. Which Pac-Man cabinet? Well, it is the Pac-mania edition Bandai Namco Legacy arcade machine. Yes, I said Namco. Why? It just sounds better. I don't know. But we're going to take a look at this. We're going to go over it in depth, and we're going to go over the pre-order date, which is coming up within the next few days. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to talk about some Pac-mania right after this. All right, welcome back once again. And like I said, today we're going to go over this Pac-mania cabinet that we haven't had released before, which is really, really cool. So how many of you guys love Pac-Man? If you haven't purchased or seen a Pac-Man machine by now, you have been living under a rock. I'm sorry. They come out of the Pac-Man game like once every 6 months, it seems, when it comes to Arcade1up. But that's okay. There were a lot of Pac-Man titles. Maybe we need a baby Pac-Man. I don't know. I've seen that cabinet. It kind of looks like a pinball machine, if I'm not mistaken. But I don't know. Have you guys never played a Pac-Man game? I don't think any of you can honestly say that with a straight face, that you have never played a Pac-Man game. You know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to you. You. Back there in the back on the couch, watching, wondering why you're listening to this guy talk. It's okay. I forgive you. I forgive you this time. But we are going to switch over to my computer and take a look at this cabinet. All right. Here we are looking at the Arcade1up website. Now, we are going to take a look at the pictures first, because, you know, I love zip pictures. Here is your 45-degree angle. And it looks like this particular Pac-mania, obviously, looks like it's a 3D kind of game. Now, I've never played this particular Pac-Man game. I've played a lot of different Pac-Man games, but there are a lot that I have not played. Got your 45-degree angle of Pac-Man with some boxing gloves. You got all your ghosties in there. What's happening? Crazy, man. Insane. I actually like the look of the Pac-Man riser right here. So the riser actually is pretty colorful when it comes to it. It still has your actual coin door right here. And it has all the traditional look and feel of any arcade machine right around the actual screen. You have your Pac-mania marquee up here. Should be a light up or backlit one. Most likely it's going to be washed out like most of the other ones, but it's still going to give you that actual traditional feel. We're going to go to the next picture with the gentleman standing in front of it with a big goofy grin on it. Probably not realizing what it is that he's playing because this is a stock photo. So here's your other 45-degree angle, exact same stuff. And here's a little bit more of a look of somebody putting their hands on the actual cabinet itself, which is perfectly fine. It may be the same guy. I don't know. So here's a straight down look. You get your 1 and 2 player buttons, on, off, volume control, which is great because half the pictures that you see, this is actually in the off position, and yet you still have a picture. I don't know. You have your joystick, and then you have all of your extra buttons, and you have a live button as well. Most likely it's going to be like the other ones, where it's going to be for high scores and scoreboards more than anything else. But we'll go over that when we get to that point of reading everything. It actually has your instructions right here, which insert coins. Don't insert coins because most likely it's just plastic. Go to the next screen so you get a little bit better look of, looks like somebody with smaller hands, maybe a female, maybe a younger child, teenager, giving the game an actual try right here. And it does look really nice. I like the colors of it. Much like your Centipede cabinet, it does have that white cabinet look there, which it's not bad. Again, though, these things can get dirty from people placing their hands here, placing their hands there, or even at the very top. So just be leery about that. Maybe get yourself some plastic vinyl or something like that, or some clear vinyl, and put it around the edges right there, so it might help preserve and protect your actual cabinet a little more there. Something I haven't thought about before, but it just kind of came to my mind. And then there's the exact same look. As you can see, it is the exact same picture because stock pictures. And then there's the opposite side there, your What's Happening and Crazy Man. So really, really nice looking cabinet. I like the colors of it. I do like the red striping all the way around it as well. Some people might like that. Some people might want to go with a different color. If you do, that's perfectly fine. Post it below on what color you think would be best. Do you think maybe you'd want to do yellow around it, or maybe even the blue? Something that might match that actual blue color might actually be pretty good. Or even orange to go along with his boxing gloves. So, for the first time ever in Bandai Namco Entertainment Legacy Home Arcade Machine, you've got Wi-Fi leaderboards. So, no subscription required. I wonder who that's actually poking at. So, brings you authentic and, yes, way nostalgic arcade experiences. We're not going to read all of this because much of this you can read yourself. Now, this paragraph I might actually read. Originally founded under the name Nakamura Seisakusho, bad at Japanese, I'm sorry. In 1955, the company that would become Bandai Namco Entertainment Inc. was initially in the coin-operated amusement ride business. Entering the video game industry at the end of the 70s, Bandai Namco Entertainment's titles would quickly change the world of entertainment forever. With the release of Galaxian, Galaga, and Pac-Man, the best-selling arcade game of all time, still going to this day, their Bandai Namco Entertainment's titles were instrumental in ushering in the golden age of arcade games and have impacted pop culture across generations. It's always great to see people wearing t-shirts that have Pac-Man on it or Galaga or, something to that effect. I always puts a smile on my face, and I have to actually say that's an amazing shirt. It's either that or Dragon Ball Z. It's one of those things. So in this particular cabinet, it's going to have many of the same ones as the Bandai Namco Legacy Edition arcade machines. This particular cabinet only had 12 games on it, though, which you can actually still find at places like Best Buy. But why go to Best Buy when you can actually bundle it together with this game or other ones where you can save 20% on this cabinet? Get to save $120. That's not a bad deal. Just saying. Over here you got Pac-mania, Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Super Pac-Man, Pac-Man, Pac-Man Plus, Pac-Land, Galaga Galaxian, Galaga 88, Mappy, Dig Dug, Dig Dug 2, Rompers, and Rolling Thunder. Now, when you look at the ones over on this particular one, it is 2 games less than that. So you get the Pac-Man, Pac-Land, Pac-Man Plus, Super Pac-Man, Pac-and-Pal, Pac-mania, still on there, Galaxian, Galaga, Dig Dug, 1 and 2, Mappy, and Rompers. So you get a couple of game difference when it comes to these particular cabinets. So I think it was Galaga 88 and Rolling Thunder were the different games there. Wi-Fi leaderboards, first time in a Legacy Arcade1up game machine for these particular games. Custom riser, light up marquee, coin door. It does have that 17-inch screen and the clear deck protector. Remember what I said in the last video, guys. Take the protectors off your protector. You know what I mean? The big sticker that kind of makes it look like you're looking through fog. So all these are all your copyrighted and trademarked names. But like I said, it is a really nice looking cabinet. You see, it doesn't just go straight down in the back. It has looks a little divot in the back there. So it kind of gives it a more unique look and feel when it comes to these particular cabinets. So that's going to do it for this in-depth look of Pac-Man. So what do you guys think? Do you guys like the looks of it? Yes, I know it is another Pac-Man arcade cabinet. Literally, if you bought every single Pac-Man game that Arcade1up has, you could have an entire wall of like 10 or 15 different titles. But is that necessarily a bad thing? Think of if you bought them as single individual cabinets with one game in each one for about $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 each, brand spanking new, maybe even more than that. By today's standards, you look at something like the Galaga and Miss Pac-Man 1981 cabinet. You can get those online for about $1,500 to $2,000. And those are used. Brand new, you're probably looking about $3,000. So they are expensive to get still by today's standards. That's not including shipping. That's not including tax. So you're probably looking at, $3,500 to $4,000 for one cabinet for, in that case, 2 games. So I don't know. Post below. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the looks of this? Would you keep the cabinet exactly as it sits, or would you want to update a couple things? Maybe put a different marquee in there where it might not look as washed out. So appreciate you guys coming and watching the video as always. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe as always. And stay tuned for the next episode of Psycho Gamer, guys. See you then. Game on.